There you go. Oh, he's so excited. Here, I'll give you Bolt so that way he's not running around. Oh, he's so excited. Oh, yeah. Cool. Let's go for a casual walk this way. If you want, you can be cameraman so I can. Yeah, it gets. This one's been broken by many dogs, so that's why it gets stuck. Oh, I'm getting here. Good boy. There you go. Good boy. That's what keeps him from continuing that bad habit. Good boy, this way. So you don't really have to use a lot of force, but you just have to use consistency. He has to give up before you do. That's the thing. And a lot of times what ends up happening is we give up and we have to get going where we're going. And so he gets to keep going where he wants because we're moving in the right direction. So that's where like the reconditioning part is really important. Nice. So just stop him. Good boy. Starting again. You want to just try to keep the leash as loose as possible. That's why I don't want until we actually need his attention. Or we need to control where he wants to go. Because he's so used to having that pressure on the leash, we're just trying to rehabilitate it by keeping it as loose as possible whenever possible, and then just giving him feedback, either just with following us, coming with us for a treat, just moving and him following, and then just using the leash as a boundary. So, good boy. There you go. Because he's reacting out of uncertainty, I reply with comfort. Just let him know comfort and confidence. You know, there's nothing to bark at. It's perfectly fine. It's not a threat. And I just like in between him and what he was fixated in to help him from the behavior. And then after that, I follow through like it's something to follow. A lot of times we fail because we're just behind them the whole time, asking them to stop.
Yeah.
And that's really hard for two different reasons. One, because we're behind them, they're not in front. They can still see whatever they're fixated in. And so it's harder to kind of break that focus. And then two, we don't really give them anything else to do because we're just focused and concentrating on what they're doing. We have to be focused and concentrating on what we want to do. Like if I want to get going, I'm just going to start going. But release pressure. He's going to get a lot more interested and stop often. That just means that that man gets good practice in waiting for his problem. But this is pretty much what you want. The only problem is you will generally run out of leash on a normal situation, like with a normal leash, and that's when the pulling starts. Because he's still interested and he's back here, but I would want to go this way. But because now we have just a few extra feet to work with, it's enough leeway for him to finish whatever he's interested in and then come back to us. So the main thing is I'm just applying Excited, just wants to go fast, which is understandable. But you just run out of leash fast.
Yeah.
So right here, you're missing it that way. Go this way, good boy. Good boy. Yes. Just using a little bit of pressure. Going on. Now, you said this is the constant pressure. Going in this direction, and then you can bring him up. And then rewarding or repulling with the shoulder. But this is what they call a break, right? You're making him willingly give up what he is doing to do the right thing. It's just sometimes it takes time, but you have to make sure that he gives up before you. If you give up, then you've lost. Good boy. But if he's like, oh man, mom really wants to go this way, I guess that's the way to go. Ultimately, you want it, like, oh, mom, go this way, let's go. You know.
Yeah.
Most of the time with treats and stuff, it's perfectly fine. The squeaker ball works too. Min has been like on and off. I think his favorite so far has been the freeze dried chicken, so I got to take him to school today. Because that's been like the only treats that he'll take. This guy though, he'll like anything.
Yeah.
So this time, instead of using pressure to encourage him to come back, because there's no pressure of him going the other way, well, now I'll use focus and a reward to bring him back. So you're going to have a lot of different options that you can use. The important thing is when we work together that you remember that you have those options.
Yeah.
Instead of just reverting back to just pulling him to get to where you want to go. Because that's what made the habit of him is pulling to get to where he wants to go. Everybody's just pulling. So we'll just use as little pressure whenever possible, but make it so the pressure counts. There you go. And this is why when you're gonna go on your walk, to make sure you have plenty of time. When you're short on time, because you want to like keep patient and have the time that you need to work with them, and not get frustrated or what. And then people get rushed. That's like, oh well, he's pulling me back home. It's fine.
Yeah.
Whereas technically, it's not fine. So if you only have 30 minutes for a walk in the morning before work or something, go out 10 minutes, and it's 20 minutes for the walk back. She's not as much of a fighter. So especially, and you'll see this more when I get the motivated stand and we start doing social work with men. It's going to be really important that you be calm, confident, and comforting. Because you have to almost counterbalance him overreacting, over insecurity. I got it.
Yeah. Yeah.
there, right? He's like, wait a second, they're not coming. And then, if you guys have the space and the place to kind of do it, but it's something that you can get wrapped up in. People always grab this and get like roper and things like that. Hi, how you doing? Go ahead and punch it in and try to go around it and redirect it back to you. Now go ahead and call him back this way. Good. There you go. Good. Right. Good job. And go ahead and try it. Good. Right. Takes each one, and that's not good. Right. So even when he's barking and overreacting, you have to stay calm and focus on what you're doing. On the middle part. Yeah, but he's getting a lot of social time. The ball's pretty bright. He's just very scared, very sensitive, like the issue with the gate. Sometimes it's taken up to like 10 minutes to get him through it.
Yeah.
But that's something that is known by his fear. So physically, it's a good example because his fear is something that controls him. And so we have to, instead of trying to control him and force him through his fear, we have to control his fear. So getting him used to the game.
Yeah.
So it doesn't even trigger it in the first place as much. With that example, stop barking at that person. No, you're both concentrating on the person and barking. Whereas the one that I know you get his attention and have him go this way and follow you. That's that leadership. And you gotta see how much more effective.
Yeah. Yeah.
And I would want the same thing from them, but at the same time, because it's a puppy, I want them to get even more scared than what we did. That's why I see them before the other. That's why Paul gets to go in that way. Min will be after the dog barks. So that's where they're going to start to kind of split off a little bit with their socializing. But they're both doing really good with the walking. Let me go get the regular leash, and then we'll go for a neighborhood walk too. And I'll have you guys kind of execute how the cameraman and I'll kind of you guys have a tree couch?
Yeah, it's at home.
I'll give you one. Alright, I'll be right back. If you want to just press that pop button here, and I will turn off. Oh, yes, now. There you go. And the tree pouch is in the middle, and you have the squeaky ball on your left side in case you need it. Sorry, let me know if you need to loosen or tighten it, or if you need help with it. Loosen it, be this way, slide goes in. What, big guy? What? Ooh. Okay. All right. And let's just go for a walk. So your main goal for this is to keep the leash as loose as possible. If it gets tight, you can either wait, pull back and take a couple steps, and or change direction altogether. And we'll practice each of those things. Okay. But in this case, because he's slowly starting to go the wrong way and the pressure on the leash is building, keep your arm nice and loose. Slowly start walking this way. Keep your arm nice and loose. There you go, perfect. There you go. This is directional pressure. Okay. You almost want to do as little work with your arms as possible, because when you do work with your legs, it's less work on your part and it's actually more force applied linearly. So same thing here. Good boy. There you go. And then if he starts pulling too much, go ahead and wait. Good. Good. And then when it's loose, you can walk again. Yeah. This is probably, you want to be behind her as well, because that will help also. So we'll let Bolt get in front. There you go. And you just keep walking straight on the sidewalk. Now we're doing directional pressure again. Good. There you go. Good. So as long as it's nice and loose, he and you can both go and move freely. Good boy. And if he checks back on you, you can give him praise and a treat as well. There you go. All right, there you go. Good. Now call him back to you for a treat. It's okay. There you go. Good. There you go. Good. That's what we want, because if we get him conditioned when he feels that leash pressure to check back on us and or come back too, that's perfect. But the problem is you have to do it over and over and over. And you have to be very consistent, because he's very A, used to the leash pressure, and B, there's always going to be distractions around. So you have to constantly work through those. Once he gets a little bit better, we're going to start working on maintaining focus. And so that way you don't have as much ping-ponging to do. But because he's so used to pulling on the leash, I want him to kind of pull and then redirect. Pull, redirect. So he gets that new conditioning in. Good boy. Good, there you go. Either want to wait, or if it's tight because he just wants to go and smell something that's like a foot away, I'll just walk into it, or I'll change direction. So you have a lot of things that you could do, or you can call his name for a treat. So you'll always have different options. Depending on the situation, you want to assess what's the best option for you. Like if you're in a public area, you're not always going to be able to keep walking to where he's pulling, because maybe he's pulling to get into like the parking lot or something. So then you want to change direction and start walking the right way, and that'll increase the pressure for him to follow you. Very good. Good job. Good. The goal is to walk together. It's hard for them because they get distracted. Good. Boy. One of the hardest things is to constantly be walking in a straight line, because what ends up happening is we're not giving them as much feedback as when we're like turning and things like that on the leash, and so they start to just naturally disconnect and get more involved with their environment, and that's when they don't start checking in as much. So if you need to, we'll go ahead and cross straight here, and I'll show you just like a little drill or exercise that you can do when they start checking out too much and you have to keep walking straight. Good, perfect, there you go. Okay, so just wait for him now. So this is one of those times, right, because we don't want to always be using pressure, and they're just taking their time to explore something, especially since they need as much socializing and exploring as possible. This is when you'll want them to just kind of do their thing, and then as they start moving again, then you go ahead and take the leadership role and show them where to go. So let them explore that, and then as soon as there you go. Okay, Now go ahead and start walking through the grass there, and now he'll follow you. Good. Perfect. There you go. Okay, we'll wait for Min to be done. And we'll do the same thing. Perfect. There you go. Good. So just like you don't want them always to be pulling on you, they probably don't always want you to be pulling on them. Especially with the last person you saw there, the last client there, and their pup, you know, it just became a game of like, you pull to get to what you want, I'm pulling because I want you to go this way. So it's like just constant pulling. This is a lot more relaxed. We only pull if we need to. If we don't absolutely need to, then we just don't. Okay? If he starts doing it, then that's when he has to like stop and recognize what's going on. Good. Perfect. And the reason why it's good to practice the leash pressure and not just calling him is because you know he's only responding to the leash pressure. Okay? Now, if you did want to practice recall, next time right before he hits the end of the leash is when you want to call his name. Good. Good. Now get another treat ready, and as soon as you start walking, you'll almost have to say his name right away before the leash gets tight. So go ahead and start walking. And when he checks out, say his name. See? So that's how you know he's responding to the pressure of the leash and not the name. All right, go ahead and get another treat, and we'll try again. And now? Almost. So you want to say his name before he hits the end of the leash. It's okay. It's hard. Okay, keep walking. Now say his name. There it is. Good. Good. And especially if, like, for instance, you're working on just his name recognition and recall, just go ahead and give him a treat right away as soon as he like turns, because then you're adding in the sit, and now he's associating the treat with the sit as opposed to redirecting. This is one of those little things. It's just about the timing of the reward and what they associate it with. All right, we'll just go this way here. Should be some wide open grassland. Good. So when he's pulling, it's going to be important to realize what he's pulling towards and see if you can control that too, right? So because he's pulling to get to Min and her, then you can either have him wait and work on his patience, or you can have them come back and walk behind you or with you, so it'll be one less distraction. You can either work with the distraction or you can control the distraction. And it's actually that same concept that you'll be applying when you're out in the real world. You see that dog and that person coming, you can work with that distraction, you know, or you can have it against you as well. Good boy. So now we'll start walking back this way. Okay. Now, whenever he starts pulling to go front again, just do a 180 and start going this way. These are the 180 split drills, because we want him to realize as soon as he hits that pressure that it means to not only stop but focus on us, and then also now, because we start going a different direction, it forces him to recall too. So right now it just makes him stop pulling, which is good, and then we get his focus either by the leash pressure or by calling him back. There you go. And then he does the recall, right? But what we're gonna do though, here, we'll walk over here. That'll be another distraction there. Okay? So just walk in like a straight line. As soon as he pulls, just turn and start going the other way. Good. Okay? And then as long as he keeps it nice and loose, you just keep walking straight. As soon as he adds that pressure, then you turn around. Just keep walking. Yep. So long as he's not pulling in front of you. Okay, turn and go. Good. Very good. There you go. Good. Okay. Yep. just keep on walking. So long as he's walking straight, you can go straight. Go. And just keep walking. Good. Kind of see how that linear force of you walking is going to pull him naturally. You don't have to pay attention to what he's doing because he needs to pay attention to what you're doing. We have to put less work on what we're doing and more work on them. So yeah, go ahead. It's going to be a little bit harder with Min. There you go. Good. But it's the same thing. There you go. Now this is going to be harder. There you go. Good. So long as it stays loose, you stay in the same direction. Yep, so go keep, yep. Good, there you go. Good, see that? Even though he had momentum that time, he stopped going forward. Okay, then just keep on walking. So long as the leash is loose, you just keep walking forward. Yeah, there you go. Good. Good. So with you have to kind of work a little bit more on just like the suddenness of the action, right? As soon as it starts to get too tight or as soon as it's locked, that's when you go. Okay, because right now you're kind of like hesitating to go, right? You just turn and go. Yep, there you go. Good. And then when it's loose again, it'll be good again. Good, there you go, see? It's that suddenness as soon as it happens that helps to get his attention back, and it's you walking away that helps to keep the attention. Good boy. Good. Yep. Good, there you go. So now you have the option of either just waiting because he's distracted there or trying to call him back to you. There you go. The more that he does on his own end of the work, then that's less work that you have to do. But most of the time you have to at least do that leadership or give that patience. So you're still, you're still actively doing something. Whether it's just being patient and waiting, or whether it's moving and guiding. Good. Now we apply the same concept on the sidewalk. So just keep on walking whichever direction that you want. And so long as that leash is nice and loose, but as soon as it gets tight, there you go. Good. Good. And then turn right back around. And this is that 180 rule. Right? Now if you want him to stop and smell, then now it's on you. So now you're controlling the walk. Good. Okay. Good. And then turn right back around. Good. You'll see that on the social walk with him, instead of me turning around, I just pop the leash and have him kind of turn and stop, and then I'll go again. But whatever is just disrupting his train of thought and getting him to refocus on you for a minute or for longer, right? So same thing here. Good. Very good. Good, there you go. It's hard because, especially with dogs like Bolt, he's just naturally got a faster gait. Min, he's good with lumbering around. So that's where it's going to be harder for him to adjust his speed to you. Good job. So this time, just change direction altogether and start going. Good. Yep. Yep, just slowly keep walking. There you go, good. Okay, good. you'll just have to try to keep in mind that, like, for us, a walk is getting from A to B. For dogs, the walk is everything in between A and B. So if, for example, we really needed to get to the end of the street, I'll turn back short distances and then go back long distance that way, so long as it's nice and loose. There you go. Or just use patience. It just depends on how much time you have, it's how much control and how much guidance he's gonna need. Very good. But the main goal is still the exact same of keeping that leash as loose as possible. Good. Very good. There you go. Yep. Good. Okay, and so far, because he's still reconditioning and he's actually doing well, I haven't added in any consequences yet. You know, maybe later on, if he needs to reduce that time or maintain focus and he's having problems with it, then we'll add in those consequences. But until we get this down and until I get him practice with sustaining focus, I'm not going to correct him for anything, because he's just moving too fast, you know, in what he's interested in. He's doing the right thing now more when he hits that leash pressure. He's not just driving forward or driving back. So he's doing the right thing. You just might need him to do it faster, is all. Very good. There you go. Perfect. Right? And why is it hard again? Right. So you'll notice that too. The more focus that he has on you, the less he's going to be pulling, because he's focused on following you. The more focus that he has on something outside of the leash range, that's when he's going to start pulling. Hey. So that's why it's good to walk them together, because they kind of naturally just go together. You might, 9 times out of 10, I have to work with him having to stop and wait because he stops and smells something, as opposed to him pulling because he just gets distracted with things. And I'll trade you for a minute here. Oh boy, and then we'll just kind of walk up and to the left, back around the court. Good boy. Good boy. Yes, good. So because the leash should hopefully be nice and loose, it'll make it easier to give like a sudden force if you need to like pop it for his attention. And it doesn't have to be extreme or anything, but you just want it to be well timed. Usually people have to pull harder because it's too late and they're already kind of stuck or fixated. So if like right before he gets to the end of the leash and I notice that he's not paying attention, then I'll pop it and or change direction, or wait for him to come back to get his attention back. All right. Good boy. Yes. There you go. So that's just what I mean by him not making forward progress. You don't have to stop and have him redirect back to you all the way all the time. It just helps. Good boy. That's what I mean by popping. Yes, good boy. So same thing here. I'm just gonna walk. Good. How's Min doing over there? Sorry, I feel like 90% of the video is gonna be both. Good boy. There we go. So we have a doggy over there. Alright, he's gonna pull because he's gonna get excited if he sees him. And they're walking away, so now we'll go the other way. You'll be able to tell who is okay and who wants to make space. You just gotta respect that as you go. Because you have to just remember, unless you're doing it in a controlled environment like the dog park, which would be good, not everybody's gonna have time to work with you. Some people will, which is good. And you'll see that often like in downtown when people have their pups and they are out purposely trying to socialize and meet their dogs and things like that. Or like today's session, you know, will be a good opportunity for self-control and socializing. But you just want to read the situation. 9 times out of 10, it's pretty obvious. You know, when people are getting annoyed and, you know, this one's barking and or like the kids are scared, you know. So you want to practice whenever you can, but then you want to take into consideration your neighbors and the environment as well. Good boy. Okay. Good. Good. So sudden momentary pressure as opposed to that long continuous pressure, right? Because we want to just kind of give him feedback to not go that way or to stop and check back. And sometimes it can get muddled if it just gets pulled for too long. You know, now it goes from being a way to communicate with him to being something that's just holding him back to whatever he's interested in. It's a tough balance to get sometimes, and it'll just take some practice. So he's doing really good. Yeah, ladies have any questions on it? Yeah, but no, they're doing a lot better. Okay, like right here, he wants to go and explore. I'm gonna let him for a little bit because he might have to pee. Good boy. Let him go. So it's just as important to figure out why he's pulling as opposed to just like stopping all the time, because that actually influenced my decision on what I'm going to do to counter it. Boy. It's like, yep. So here, he's not sure of it, so what we're going to do is I don't want him to run away from it, but I don't want to drag him to it too, but I'm just going to apply even pressure and get close to it so that way he kind of sees that it's okay. Silly. So same thing. And now what you could do is you could try to coax him with the treat and calling him. Good. I want to do my best to not force him into it, but at the same time, it's hard and it looks awkward because I'm just not letting him run away from it. That's a really important thing, especially when you're out like downtown or something socializing a dog. If like a flag waves or, you know, a car honks and it scares him, you don't want him to run away from it. You want him to come to you. Right now, we don't want him to run away from it is the first part that we're working on. Getting him to be scared and then running to you for comfort as opposed to running away from whatever he's scared at will be key to like kind of maintaining his safety, and also will help with the pulling too. And you'll notice that when you watch his video from yesterday, his social video from yesterday, when he gets scared or overwhelmed, he starts pulling and wanting to go. So that's where you're gonna have to work on it too. Hi, how you doing? Sorry. Come on, big guy. It's okay. Come on. Good job. There you go. Okay. So what we're gonna do to get them used to seeing the kids and not barking just create space, hopefully while they're still there, and let them see that they're not a threat. And this is just desensitizing them to them, getting them used to it. Right there. Good boy. Good. So sometimes it's the suddenness, that will elicit the barking. Sometimes, especially with him, it's the distance. So especially when the dogs got a lot closer to him, he became a lot more reactive because he wasn't comfortable yet. But he can keep a safe distance and not bark and overreact anymore too. So he's just gonna take a lot longer to make friends, is what I would tell people. It's not that it's impossible, it's just gonna take a lot longer. I don't know what happened to him, whether or not he was attacked too when he was younger to make him more apprehensive or just less socially inclined, personality-wise. But he just seems very, very fearful and very standoffish. So it's like another one of those situations where you don't want to force it too fast. Because if you force it too fast and he's not ready for it, he's going to react badly. And it's one of those things that we can tell him, that it's okay, but he has to accept it himself. And the only thing that will come from him being corrected for like lunging or barking and stuff is to stop that behavior. But that gives a false sense of security for people because it's just correcting the symptom. It's not fixing the disease. So that's why the extended social situations is going to be what actually helps him feel comfortable. And then in turn, he doesn't want to bark or lunge at them. So instead of, yelling at him or shocking him or whatever for barking and lunging, I'll give him a correction because it's not necessary, but then I'll follow it up by comforting him and showing him why it's not necessary. It's a lot of work. He's a very scared, very big guy, and he will, like you saw in that clip, he will attack another dog. So that's why we really need the muzzle, because he will go into that red zone. Unfortunately. But the good part is, especially with some dogs that I've worked with, he can de-escalate. There are some dogs that get up and they just stay up or they go past, and it's a lot harder to calm him down. Him, I just make a little space like that situation and he's like, okay. Same with dogs. So you have to kind of do it a little bit earlier, and he needs more time for more space. But he doesn't like just fixate on a dog that's across the street and be barking and pulling and lunging to try to get to him the whole time. So he's not aggressive. He will defend himself aggressively. But I would consider him more fear reactive than anything else. What? Yeah. And that'll come with, age and socializing, getting him desensitized and used to things, and then also used to directing and calming himself down. So what would you do in this instance? There you go. And now he's looking to go somewhere, so why don't you give him somewhere to go? I'm going to go back that way towards whatever he was barking at. There you go. And so I can practice redirecting him. Good. So now you'll know too when he starts drifting again, get his attention back early. There you go. It'll help if you can, especially if he's still barking and fixated, or like I said, you can make him turn himself by going in another direction. The main thing is to get in between him and whatever he's fixated at. Whether you move or whether he moves, it doesn't matter too much. But you want to break that line of sight. Is usually the hardest thing for dogs, because if they can still see whatever they're uncomfortable or fixated on, then it's a lot harder for you to disrupt the behavior. Good boy. Good boy. So taking into account the environment, seeing where these guys are gonna park or unload, and it'll probably cause a reaction from him, so getting ready for it. And if I wanted to work on him like we do now, I'll go ahead and turn around and have him go, oh, there's a dog too. We'll go back this way. There you go, good. And then as soon as his brother comes along, there you go, good. Good. It's always going to look more awkward because, like I said, on camera and things like that, because he wants to go one way and we want to go another way. And the more force that he applies, it can also look like the more force that I'm applying. But all I'm doing is holding consistent and constant in one way. Good boy. Yeah, it's just one of those things where he has to learn to give up. Because what ends up happening is, especially in situations like that, if he just holds his ground and you're like, okay, fine, yeah, then that's when the dogs get into those really bad habits of not wanting to go somewhere, and they just put on the brakes, and then now you're stuck. Good boy. Here, see if anybody comes out, see if he reacts, and then as soon as he starts to fixate or react, then get his attention back. But if he doesn't, let him maintain focus and give him that calm phrase. Good boy. Because he sees something is happening and he's not overreacting, so that's why I'm giving him praise. Sees a person, doesn't bark. Good boy. Sees kids running, doesn't bark. Good boy. Starts freaking out, it's okay. Same with the dog here, right? He sees them and not react, good boy. He sees them start overreacting, it's okay, follow me this way. Good boy, Bolt. Yep, because you want him to get used to it. Yep, so go ahead and go this way. Hi, how you doing? Go ahead and walk this way. Yep. Good, there you go. Come on, keep walking. There you go, perfect, good. Now as soon as he calms down, go ahead and stop him. There you go. Yep. Now turn again. And keep walking this way. There you go, good. I'll trade you to make it easier. Good boy. Stop. Good. Yes, there you go. Right. Good boy. See? So he sees. Good. He's not reacting. Good. Good boy. See, it's okay. Good. Yes. Thank you. So doing the same thing that you're doing, just sharper with the movements and the actions. Because A, it's going to be a little bit harder because of the strength to body ratio, but think of it more like in football, right? If you use your legs to drive forward, you'll get a lot more power. And if you do it suddenly, that suddenness really helps as well. Good boy, there you go. See, didn't need anything that way except for getting ready to give him the attention and then just follow. So sometimes it really depends. The earlier you catch it, the easier it's gonna be. The later you catch it and the more fixated and barking he is, the harder it's gonna be. Good. Good boy. Right, go ahead. There you go, good. Very good. And especially if you guys are together and one person can hold on to the dog, what I'll do is I'll let the other person go ahead and let them know, sorry, we're working on their social skills. Something like that. So that way you can communicate with your friends and neighbors on those things. So that way they don't get like a bad lasting impression. Unfortunately, she's gone that way anyway, so now we'll just go back casually. All right? And you'll see me do this in the video as well. I'll see the dogs. I'll practice with my my girlfriend and the dogs he hasn't met as well. And then just letting him kind of see and not bark. Because now I know where they're gonna go and what they're gonna do. I can control the variables and I can control the scenarios a little bit more. Oh, sorry. You can go ahead and try to catch up a little bit so that way. There you go. And if you want to play cameraman.
Oh, yeah.
Usually I walk fighting. Yeah. Because there's a lot of dogs. Yeah.
They kind of see what I did there. Instead of avoiding, we kind of control the scenario by, disrupting and then letting them kind of get desensitized and then disrupting that back and forth. And then as soon as possible, I want to take advantage of the dogs.
Yeah.
You turn the situation on its head when you start actually looking for work with practice. You get that opportunity to work with it. People happen to me all the time. They all want to go and get some social with him and the dog. Nobody's there.
Yeah. Yeah.
Can't really be out here. We're probably pushing it now, but we were like, be in AC for about an hour or so anyways, and get some water, but you can't really cover too much. In the fall, it'll be great.
Yeah.
But now you just have to kind of do it good. That's why you see a lot of the walks, they're short first. Go out, give it a try, we'll come back in, let the rest relax, go back out. I know it was like a mixed match of all the sections and stuff. So in the descriptions, there'll be different kinds of songs. And that's what
all good. I don't have any.
Oh no, man. There we go. Boy. Did you want to hang out with him? Because I know you guys have to drive a far ways while you're not taking for the next session. Or did you guys have I won't be back until like 2 because the session is about an hour away. The session is about an hour away.
He's back up there.
Yeah, if you want to kind of hang out until 3.
Yeah.
Or I can just let him back in. He's actually been really good.
Okay. Sure. Cause the drive here was only like 30 minutes. So like,
I think
well,
most of the time the boys are training like really far.
yeah.
If you want to, you could just take him with you.
Yeah, we can.
Later.
Sure, yeah, we can.
Hang out with you guys.
Yeah, we can do that. I'm sure my sister would love to see him.
Yeah, there you go. That's fine.
Okay. Yeah, we can do that then.
Alright, let's head back to
Let's go. Come on then.
I'm gonna get him some water.
Okay.
Actually, I'll bring the water down.
Sure.
And then I'll load him up in the car. I'll text you guys whenever I'm back here.
Yeah. Okay.
But then you can Oh no. Never mind, this is back to back. I thought it was this one's in Frederick, so that's why I was gonna do it on the way back.
Okay.
So I won't be back until that was from 1 to 2, and then they're 3 to 4. So I'll be back here at like 4:30 to 5.
Okay.
So it's still 2 guys.
Yeah. Yeah, we can take it.
Yeah, the big one.
Yeah. 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 Oh yeah.
This one, he's pretty good for almost anything.
He can
He
go.
definitely gets tired.
Just lots of energy.
Go ahead and try to calm him down. Go ahead and try to keep space and calm him down. Because the main thing is, even though he's barking because he's unsure, we don't want him barking and running at another dog because that can make the other dog aggressive. So we want to make sure he's nice and as calm as possible before he meets another dog. So you kind of see him barking and running at him, made this one bark too now. So that apprehension is contagious. So let's just give him some time to reset. We'll keep walking this way so I can reset him, and then we'll come back and again we'll get close. If they stay calm, we get closer. If they start getting too amped up, we'll make space again. Good boy, come. Good boy, come. Easy. I know, you're all hyped up now. Oh, we got another one. Hi. This way, big guy. Easy, big guy. Easy. I know, it's exciting. Hi, how you doing? So, good boy. Oh yeah, these guys are friendly too. Hi. You want to say hi? You gonna say hi? You wanna go say hi? Oh, you're okay. Bruce wants to say. Oh, okay. What? What? Oh. This little one's just scared. Oh, Bruce here loves everybody. Hey, it's okay, big guy. Hi. There you go, see? He's friendly. Oh, oh yeah. Big beefy over here. Hold on. You gotta go slow. They're so excited. You're okay, come on. You gonna say hi to Dad first? That's fine. Oh. Sorry, he's excited. He wanna play. Good boy. See, he's okay. Oh. He just wants to play still. Don't knock over Dad. The little one's a little more scared, that's all. How old is he?
A little over 2 years.
Oh. There you go.
A smelly man.
Oh, you're okay. He's a scared bud. There's nothing to be afraid of. You're okay. You're okay. Oh, you're okay. Bruce, sorry. He's a little too friendly. Huh? I'm not sure. I think like 60, 70. He's pretty dense, yeah. Good boy.
He's 55.
Oh yeah. This is all chub here. You're okay. There you go. You're okay. There you go. Let's smell him. There you go. There you go. There you go. Good smell. There you go. Come on, big guy. There you go. See? We are actually working on socializing these guys and your neighbor over there as well. There you go. See? Everybody's friendly. There you go. Have you guys met them before?
Yeah.
Oh, perfect. Have they met and got along yet?
No, not really. I think these normally get scared or
Yeah.
get excited.
There you go. This one's getting a little bit more confident. There you go. Good boy. See? He's a good pup. Good boy. I know you're good too. You're just too amped up. Well, thank you. Hopefully these guys can join us here. have a little.
Usually you got two, huh?
Yeah, they got some older pups too. This is their newer puppy. We're trying to get him socialized because he's like this one. He's a little scared. Yeah. I'm TJ. I'm their dog trainer. Sorry. This little one here is Bolt. He is a board and train, and this one here is Bruce. Hi. So their little puppy is sweet, but he's kind of shy like this little one was. So that's why we're trying to get him out to meet other dogs and these guys too. Good job, Bruce. There you go. Well, we got to meet your neighbors before you did. There you go.
He's just not. He's only a little over 2 years. But,
Oh. Yeah, come and join the party. Oh. Oh, you might have to pick him up if he's too scared. Good boy, Bruce. There you go. So just carry him over so he doesn't start barking. Because what ends up happening is he's getting amped up because he's not sure, and he's amping this one up to play, but his play is scaring him too. So we have to try to keep him a little bit calmer for you. There you go. There you go. Perfect. Sorry, Bruce. Bruce is the super friendly one of the bunch here. He wants to play with everybody. There you go. Good job, Bolt. There you go. See, you're okay, big guy. You're okay. Look at that face. He's a cute puppy. He's a good guy. He's just scared.
Labradoodle, that's right.
Nice. Great dogs.
He's got a haircut. He looks skinny now.
Oh, the summer cut.
Yeah.
There you
He's
go.
about 2 years and a few months.
Good.
Not well trained. And he's got an invisible fence who stays in.
Yeah, he's doing good with that. If you want to try to get it so he can smell the other dogs, but keep holding on to them. These, a little bit at a time. Because everybody's nice and calm now, so just hold on to them. There you go. Because last thing you want, especially when we get in close quarters, is for him to overreact and like get everybody uppity and things like that, because it'll probably make him more overwhelmed or scared. There you go. Good. Good job, Bolt. Hi. This way, big guy. There you go. Good job, Bruce. There you go. Good. Now you're smelling him. So that's good. Now keep lowering him nice and slow.
You got another dog too, right? I have 2 others.
Oh, there you go. Good. Maybe. It might take some practice though. There you go. It'd be good if they got to grow up to be friends and played and stuff like that. The best is always when you make friends with other dogs in the neighborhood that can just run around. Little play dates. There you go. See, there you go. Thanks for having us over. Oh, it's okay. There you go. There you go. Yep, and this is Bruce. Good job, Bruce. Maybe. Good boy. Yeah, everybody's doing good. Yeah, hopefully we'll run into some more neighbors here on our adventure. Yeah.
It's doing pretty well with people. I can get them to sit and everything with people.
That's
We
good.
haven't run into dogs, but with people I can get them to sit.
That's good. Yeah, we'll definitely have to. We'll go to like a pet store sometime with people and dogs in a public place.
They've got an older schnauzer here, a small one.
Uh-huh.
And it seems like a very nice, but he's not outlaw, or she,
No,
I think it's she.
yeah, the person who walks them, yeah.
Oh.
Would you like to try again?
There you go. Nice and slow. It's gonna take him some time to get comfortable.
He's a doodle too. He's an awesome doodle. Rescue.
Good job, big guy. Oh, I know. Hold on. Oh, we're getting tangled up.
No?
Oh, you're okay. I know. Good job. Oh.
He's gonna sit up, he's gonna bark. No, you're not.
There you go. He's doing better. At least it's not as continuous now. Just a little burst when he can't contain himself. There you go. Almost. Good. He's so scared. You can tell because he's barking, but he's like slowly backing up too at the same time. Are you done, Bruce? You done, big guy? So try either moving him again with you going to pet the dog that he's barking at to try to build that positive association. So you would just interact with the dog too to kind of show him that there's nothing to be afraid of. If you need to, your husband can help you hold him. There you go.
We're having those off days.
Uh-huh.
On days are better than ever. Off days, I don't know about that. But I can see a difference in his eyes.
Yeah.
Behavior hasn't changed so much, but his eyes don't speak.
Yeah. There you go.
Bruce?
You gonna say hi to Bruce? He's just chilling there. There we go. There you go. Good. Good. So now try to do a combination of comforting him and interacting with the other dogs too. Bruce will love you, so that will be pretty easy. There you go. Good. Yeah, I made sure to bring water this time for him by the car. Oh, there you go.
These treats this morning, where are they? Where are those treats?
There you go. So go ahead and let him move around a little bit on his own, and you stay forward. So don't move back with him. Yeah, you keep interacting with the dogs that he's uncertain of. There you go. Good. There you go. Good. There you go. He's unsure. That's all. He's unsure. He's nervous. He'll stop eventually. He just needs time. And then when, he notices, he's like, wait a second, Mom. There you go. Good. Oh, hi. Good. There you go. Good. Good job, Bolt. Oh, there we go. There we go. Bruce is like, I'll just lay here. It'll make it easy for everybody. Aw. Good boy, Bolt. You're doing good. There you go. Good. Oh.
That was a little bit of jealousy there.
You going to play with them? No, you're moving too much. What? He just likes to run and play with other dogs and do the bully charging thing. And then he just gets overwhelmed with him moving. That's all. Good boy. It's not aggressive because he like charges into play with other dogs, but it can throw off other dogs. And it's something that you want to like discourage. So I just kind of break him up and let him calm down again. Saddle. Boy. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Yeah, the bully charge is pretty notorious. Because he really wanted to play with the little one too. When he first got here, he's just he can be too intense. There you go. Good. These guys are doing great though. There you go. Yeah, go ahead and let him loose when he's just exploring. It's perfect. There you go. Hey, it's still 30 seconds. There you go. Now go ahead and slowly let him down again. Good boy, Bruce. There you go. I know, bud. There you go. That's really good. Sniffing instead of barking. That's good. There you go. Good. There you go. He's gonna take some work, that's for sure. Good job, Bob. Good job, Bolt. Good boy. Yeah, you're doing so good. Bruce.
So these two are others you're working with?
Oh, this one is just a friend's dog, and this one I'm working with. Alright, hold on. Good boy. There you go. Where you go? Oh, you want a drink? Here, I'm gonna go and get these guys. There you go, good. So let's go ahead and head down this way. Yep, that's fine. Let them keep coming. Go ahead and let them. There you go. Good. There you go. It's okay, big guy. There you go. Good boy, Bruce. It's okay, Bolt. Good boy. Yeah, we'll keep heading down this way so his siblings don't distract too much. But he's doing good. Good boy. It's okay. Just let him focus on the social aspect. There you go. At least. Oh, he's doing good. There you go. Going in on this party, Bruce? Bruce is like, take me back to the AC car. Very good. Easy, wait. Good, so now that he's still calm, now we let him meet. There you go. Good. You don't have to be totally calm, but not like the barking and pulling kind of thing, you know? Good. It's okay. You know, go ahead and let him bark at Bruce again and get comfortable on his own. He did it well around the corner. You can go ahead and let him down. There you go. Good. Very good.
Jack just likes to meet them.
Yeah.
He's so kind.
There you go.
He gets very excited about meeting them.
That's good. There you go. Yeah, everybody's doing good. Oh. Alright, I'll let you untangle. And I'll hold these guys still. There you go. Maybe next time. There you go. Doing good. This one's doing good too. He's not barking. He's not running at him or anything. Yeah. Yeah, that's okay. Yeah. He's at that getting used to seeing other dogs part still. But that's good. At least now he can see them and be around them and not overreact, you know? He's a different personality.
He is influencing him, but he's coming up control. So,
Yeah.
you know,
He's a different dog, you know? He's got a different personality. He's gonna need time. There you go. And he's younger too.
yeah, Jackson already.
So
Oh.
he's doing really well with people. That's one of the things. Why can't he do something like that? I mean, why can't he see the good?
Well, when it comes to things like anxieties, yeah, when it comes to things like anxieties, it's not whether or not he can figure out a situation, it's whether or not his emotions can allow his logic and reasoning to kick in. Good boy. See? So, came out when it's a little bit cooler and later out. Hopefully there will also be less people because it should be normally around dinner time. I also have the rope harness on him instead of just the regular leash because I don't want him accidentally backing out of his harness if he gets scared or overwhelmed with the situation. Goal is to try to just expose him to as many people as possible and work on a little bit of the walking behavior. Good boy. Good boy. Easy, big guy. Good boy. Since we don't have the muzzle on, we'll want to be really careful with any interactions. And of course, stay away from any pups. Unless we can safely work with him on them from a distance. Boy. Okay, let's go this way, big guy. Good boy. No? Hi. walks slower than Bolt and is definitely not as interested in the environment, and both of those things make it so we have to micromanage him less. The main thing that we're going to be looking for is if he hard pulls forward to have him wait, and of course the social interactions. This will be something that you'll have to keep in mind too if you're out working with both pups at the same time. If sometimes you'll be working on two very different things in the same situation. So far though, he's doing great. I have my distance set, so if he gets too close to the road, the leash will automatically tighten. Oh, there you go. Good boy. Drive-by barking. Good job, big guy. You can tell it definitely piqued his interest, but because he couldn't figure out where exactly it was coming from and couldn't see the dog, it also made it less likely for him to react. But the barking did get his attention. Since he is definitely bigger also, we're gonna try to make sure we give more people the right of way. This way, big guy. So he's gonna practice redirecting and waiting a little bit more. Wait, big guy. Hi, how you doing? Good. Come here, big guy. Good boy. Yeah. Good boy, man. There you go. Good job. Good job, big guy. Same principles still apply though. Trying to keep the leash nice and loose even though it is shorter. Just paying attention to how he's doing in the environment. Good boy. So what we're gonna do for his benefit is just wait here by the pet store and hopefully get some redirection practice as dogs come in and out. Here comes the dog. Hi. Good boy, big guy. Good boy. Hi, how you doing? Good job. Good job, man. Good boy. Good boy. Good boy. Good boy, big guy. Good boy. Good boy. Let's get going. Did good. Saw about 3 or 4 dogs. You didn't bark at any of them. Did well. All the people and kids and strollers going by. Doesn't seem very anxious or afraid of anything. Did very good. Alright, this way. Good boy. He's also doing well with his leash walking and redirecting, giving space on the sidewalk to others. You're okay. There we go. So a little spooked by the door opening.